Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Melissa and I sit here on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday and I talk about true crime and I also add a little bit of flavor and talk about different topics. Today is my second video of Friday. I'm doing this the whole month of February to celebrate Black History Month. So today I'm going to be talking about Martin Luther King and 10 facts that you may have not known about him. Before we get started, go ahead and watch my other video that I talked about missing kids. So if you like any of that stuff, go ahead and subscribe and also hit that notification button so you can be notified every time I upload. So let's go ahead and get started with my inspiration of the day. History has shown us that courage can be contagious, and hope can take on a life of its own. And that is so true. So let's go ahead and find 10 facts that we may have not known about Martin Luther King. I think we kind of we know everything, I'm assuming. So, baptized minister and social active Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., 1929 to 1968, dedicated his life to a violent struggle for justice in the United States. King's leadership played a pivotal role in ending entrance segregation for African Americans into the creation of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Read on to discover more facts about the life and legacy of the civil rights icon. King's birth name was Michael, not Martin. King was born Michael King Jr. on January 15, 1929. In 1934, however, his father, Pastor Athelin, a Barcer Baptist church, traveled to Germany and became inspired by the Protestant Reformation leader Martin Luther. As a result, King Sir changed his own name as well as the of his 5-year-old son. King entered college at the age of 15. King was such a gifted student that he skipped grades 9 and 12 before enrolling in 1944 at a Morehouse College, the alma mater of his father and maternal grandfather. Although he was the grandson and grandson of Baptist minister, King did not intend to follow the family vacation into Morehouse. President Benjamin E. Mays, a noted theologian, convinced him otherwise. King was ordained before graduating college with a degree in sociology. King received his doctorate in semantic theology. After earning a divinity degree from Pennsylvania Gorse Theology, Seymour King attended graduate school at Boston University, where he received his doctorate degree in 1955. The title of his dissertation was a comprehension of the constitutions of God and the thinking of Paul Tisho and Henry Nelson women. King I Have Dream speech was not his first at the Lion King Memorial. 6 years before his iconic oration at the March on Washington, King was among the civil rights leaders who spoke in the shadow of the great in Pittsburgh during the prayer milligram for freedom on May 17, 1957. Before a crowd estimated at between, King delivered his first national address on the topic of voting rights. His speech, in which he argued Americans to give us the ballot, drew strong views and positions him at the forefront of the civil rights leadership. King was imprisoned nearly 30 times. According to the King Center, the civil rights leader went to jail 29 times. He was arrested for the act of civil disbosant and on thumper-up charges such as when he was jailed in Alabama in 1956 for driving 30 miles per hour in a 25-mile-per-hour zone. He was probably not driving that fast. You just know white people didn't like us black people, so they probably just added that. And they just wanted to find a reason to arrest them. King nearly escaped in an assassination attempt a decade before his death. Oh my God, I didn't know that. On September 20, 1958, King was in Harlem signing copies of his new book, Straight Towards Freedom, in Blumston department store when he was approached by Osella Ware Curry, The woman asked if she was Martin Luther King Jr. After he said yes, Curry said, "I have been looking for you for 5 years," and she plunked a 7-inch letter opener into his chest. The tip of the blade came to the rest alongside his artery, and King underwent hours of delicate emergency surgery. Surgeon later told King that he just one sneeze could have punctured the artery and killed him. From his hospital bed, where he convalesced for weeks, King issued a statement affirming his nonviolent principles and saying he felt no ill will towards his mentally ill attacker. I did not know that. I'm surprised I did not know that. King's last public speech foretold his death. King had come to Memphis on April 1968 to support the strike of the city's black garbage workers. In his speech on the night before his assassination, he told an audience at a Mason Temple church, "Like anybody, I would like to live a long life, longevity as its place, but I am not concerned about that now. I have seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as people will get to the promised land, and I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. My eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord." Members of the King's family did not believe James Earl Ray acted alone. Is that the person that killed him? I'm asking. Ray, a career criminal, pleaded guilty to King's assassinations, but later recanted. King's son's Dexter met publicly with Ray in 1997 and argued for the case to be reopened. King's widows, Rada, believed that mafia and local, state, and federal government agencies were deeply involved in the murder. She praised the result of 1999 civil trial, in which a Memphis jury decided that the assassination was the result of conspiracy and that Ray was set up to take the blame. A U.S. Department of Justice investigation released in 2000 report no evidence of conspiracy. King's mother was also slain by a bullet. On June 30, 1974, as 69-year-old Alberta Williams King played the organ at the Sunday service inside Elber's Baptist Church, Marcus Wayne General Jr. rose from the front pew, drew two pistols, and began to fire shots. One of the bullets stuck in killing King, who died steps from where her son had preached nonviolence. The dangerous gunman said that Christians were his enemies, and that although he had received divine instruction to kill King's father, who was in the congregation, he killed King's mother instead because she was closer to the shooting. Also left a church deacon dead. Challenger received a death penalty and sentence that was later changed to life imprisonment, in part due to the King family opposition to capital punishment. You gonna kill somebody in church? Really? That is the lowest place you could ever go and kill somebody in church. But also that teaches you that no matter where you go, there's always going to be that one person that they don't give a fuck if they're in church. Sorry, God, my bad. That they won't care where they're at. If they go to church and they want to kill, they're going to kill. They don't care. Will they apologize? Maybe not. George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Cesar Chavez are the only other Americans to have had their birthdays observed as national holidays. In 1983, President Ronald Reagan signed a bill that created a federal holiday to honor King. The holiday first commemorated in 1986 is celebrated on the third Monday in January, close to the civil rights leader January 15th birthday. I didn't know that that somebody tried to kill him before. So that is 10 facts about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We'll see you on the next video.